Okay, we're gonna try this again. I have had the hardest time with this live thing. I am so sorry. This was supposed to start at 6 freaking o'clock. Well, that didn't happen. Okay, so um, basically I've been messing around with this. First I tried to do it from my laptop thinking, oh, I'll get it right next to the my table, which you can not really see, but sort of see right over there. And it'll be nice and it'll look good and everything like that. And my laptop wouldn't work. And then it was like, oh, you can't do Google Hangouts from your laptop. And I was having trouble with that. And then it said you needed to use some kind of like hardware and software. So I was trying to upload the software and then the software wouldn't work. So that was really annoying. And then I did it on my phone and I thought it was working. And I freaking talked for 30 damn minutes. And then I go online and I go to see like how it looks and everything. And it's like, oh, you only got 30 seconds or 20 seconds or something like that. I'm like, are you freaking serious? I've been sitting here talking for 30 minutes and no one saw that. I think someone saw that because I had a few people like actually comment. So I think a couple people saw that. But one of the people was Morgan. Thank you for saying hi. So there was a couple people that like did see it and said hi and all of that. But when I went to YouTube afterwards, it was like, yeah, we only got like 30 seconds of your 30-minute talk. So we're going to try this again. And this time I'm actually using a different camera. I'm using my desktop computer instead of a laptop, instead of my phone. That's why you get this weird looking thing right here. So you can actually see my house a little bit better. My kitchen is over there. That's my little desk that I have. There's my studio, which, hey, by the way, check it out. You can totally see my new setup and everything. I'm like super, super excited about that, by the way. And then my treadmill right there. And then you could see sort of what's behind the curtains. I got bookcases and everything to hold stuff. And I tried to put as much against the walls as I possibly could. So that way I can open the living room up and it gives me more space and it gives me hopefully better videos. I also bought like all new equipment too. I have like new lights, the curtains, well, you could see. So the lights are new. Those are all new. The curtains are new. All of that. I got it. What do you call it? One of those. Oh, now I totally am blanking on the word for it. A mixer board. So I hook the mixer board up to my audio, my H4n Zoom, and it's supposed to give me louder, clearer, better audio. So that's new equipment as well. But yeah, anyway, so here's the setup and everything. And you can see what my living room looks like. But okay, so we're going to try this again. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments below. I'm going to try to answer them. I'm also going to try to do this whole live thing more often. I want to do like once a week if I can help it. I'm not going to be able to do it next week because next week's really crazy. I have Cutting Edge next week. And if you guys don't know what Cutting Edge is, it's a convention in Las Vegas where if you're a table game inventor and you have a new table game, you go to this convention and you showcase your game to different casinos around the US. A bunch of casino managers will be there looking at games and everything. And I'm going to be there for my business, but also because I'll be there with the Wizard of Oz, Mike Shackelford, and we're going to be doing videos that day. So, and what we do is we film all day. We film like 9, 10 tables at once. We get like 9 or 10 videos out of that. And we're just going from like the time it starts to the time it stops, recording all of the new videos that they have there. So that's going to be those 3 days. And it's my birthday. So my birthday's on the 16th. Yay! Can you guys guess how old I am? Okay, anyway, I'll give you a hint. I'm in my 30s. So my birthday is on the 16th, and that's Cutting Edge. It's always on Cutting Edge. That's just the way it is. So I'm going to be working on my birthday. And then I'm going to be out the weekend before that and celebrating my birthday. So It'll be a little hard to do the whole live stream next week, but I'll do the live stream maybe the week after that or anything. But like I said, I want to do this regularly. I just want to say hi to you guys. I want to keep you up to date with what's going on. I am alive. I'm here. Oh my gosh. I am actually doing stuff. I swear to God. You might not see it, but I swear to God, I'm doing stuff. But yeah, I figured if I do a live feed, like a live update every week or every other week, hopefully every week, then you guys will at least see, you know, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, blah, 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 that kind of thing. And also, I also want to answer your questions because I get a lot of questions on email, on YouTube, and I just want to make sure that if there's anything you guys don't understand or if you have questions about or are confused about or having trouble with, I want to be available to you guys so that way, you know, you can ask me questions. So that's another reason why I'm doing this. Yeah, so if you have any questions, put them in the comments below and I'll answer them for you. Hopefully I'll get this whole life thing figured out so that way I could actually get it set up so that way it's next to the table or on the table, and that way you can actually see me on the table. So if you have any questions, I could just show you on the table. Hopefully, I'm trying, but we'll see if I could get that going. Now for updates. So gonna do the live stream, give you updates on what's going on. So what I was doing today was I was teaching a class at UNLV. That was early this morning. And I have 2 classes in November, 1 class in December, and an 8-hour, that's going to be a fun one, an 8-hour class in the spring semester. The 8-hour class is going to be on the structure of the game. I'm going to be giving that to casino table game inventors, and it's going to help them figure out how they want to create their game based on successful games that are already placed in casinos. The one that I gave today and the one I'm giving on the 27th and December 12th is an easier one. It's a 2-hour class, and we go over blackjack, mini baccarat, roulette, and craps. So when I gave this class in June, I was giving it to the table game inventors. So all I really had to do was the how to play section of it. But today was for the basically the control board. So the gaming control board and just the gaming like board for, you know, Nevada and other states. It was states all across, you know, America and everything. So these inspectors would come and they have this whole, I think it's like a 2 or 3 day long session that they pay for. And it's nonstop from like the time, you know, you wake up to the time you go to sleep with nothing but classes in between. And one of those classes is my classes. So what we learned today wasn't just how to play, since a lot of them knew how to play. Instead, what we did was, you know, game security, policies and procedures, what to look out for, if people are cheating on your table, how to see that, what people do to cheat on your table, and what the dealers can do to stop that. Pass posting, pinching. We talked about counterfeit money today. We talked about people taking shots at you, strokers, that type of a thing. If you guys don't know what a stroker is, by the way, a stroker is someone that goes to a casino and looks for new dealers who are really vulnerable. Like, not, I don't want to say bad, they're just not experienced. They don't know exactly what they're doing. Sort of bad. Okay, kind of bad. They're looking for bad dealers or newbie dealers. And then they go and then they try to take advantage of them. So one of the things they do is they'll go to a craps table and they'll throw $60 down and they'll say 6 and 8. Well, if the 8 hits, then they'll say, don't pay me, you know, I didn't have $30 on the 8. I had 60 on the 8. Didn't you hear what I said? I said 60 on the 8. And then they'll try to get paid more. So that's like one of the things they do that you have to watch out for. And that was an example I gave today in the class for craps. So what I would tell them is on craps for the dealers are always supposed to book the bet. They're always supposed to call the bet. So if a player comes up to the table and says, 30 on 6, 30 on 8, or, 6 and 8 as they throw, 60 down, then you're supposed to repeat 30 on 6, 30 on 8, and you're supposed to let the floorman or the boxman know what's going on, so that way you can cover your ass, basically. And that way, if the stroker, say, does get all up in arms, hey, I had a 60 on the 8. Why didn't you pay me on the 8? Well, the boxman would have heard him when he came in, and he's like, no, you're bullshitting me, don't do that. And that's part of covering your ass as a dealer. So that's why you book your bets as a craps dealer when you're on craps. One of the reasons. So like we went over stuff like that. And that was really, cool and everything. I'm debating whether I should tell you an embarrassing moment or not. I don't know. I had an embarrassing moment today, but I always have embarrassing moments. I'm like constantly having embarrassing moments. So, okay, I'll tell you. So women's dresses, they don't have pockets. Okay. Even the jackets, like I had a business jacket on and the business dress on and everything, but there's no pockets. And because it's the fall, my nose is running a little bit because, it's the fall and all that. And so I had some Kleenex and wiping my nose and that kind of thing. And I put some Kleenex, like I put up some fresh Kleenex up in my bra, like right here. And I'm like, okay, if I need, to wipe my nose or blow my nose in the middle of instructing the class, I'll just, I'll have it right here because, no pockets. Well, I didn't need it. I was totally okay. In fact, I completely forgot about it. And I was almost done with the class. It's like we're an hour and a half, almost 2 hours into the class. And one of my students comes up to me and she's like, you have something right here. And I look down and my Kleenex, let me see if I could get a Kleenex. My Kleenex is like sticking out of my bra like this. So it looks like I stuffed my bra with Kleenex. And I'm like, oh, of course that's going to happen. That's so going to happen to me because, that shit always fucking happens to me. So that was fun. That was like a little embarrassing moment. And I was like, oh, so that's why a couple of my students were laughing. Okay, now I totally understand that. We're all good. It was so embarrassing. But like I was telling my boyfriend, Joe, like if I don't go through the day without something embarrassing happen to me, that's just not me. I'm always having embarrassing crap happen to me. But I think it's because I'm a dork. So I always do like weird dorky things. And I think that's one of the reasons why. Or that's the way I am. I don't know. Anyway, back on track. Because and that's why I do scripted stuff, because when I just talk, I go, and I go off here, and I go off there, and I go off in this direction and that direction, blah, 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 blah. So if I have scripted stuff, I could stay right to the point and get everything done as fast as possible while giving you the maximum amount of information possible. And that's why I just don't, talk and talk and talk and talk. Let's see here. So I did my UNLV class today. And another thing I did was after the class, I went around the campus and I put up flyers because I'm looking for a personal assistant. And I thought maybe one of the students would like to, be a personal assistant. And it's just because I need help. I want to hire employees. However, it's a little more difficult than I thought. In fact, the whole opening up the dealing trade school is the part that's like the most difficult. And I did a post about this in June, and I got the LLC, and I got the business plan, I got my financial projections, I have the pitch deck, I have everything ready. I even have a couple investors and everything. However, in order for me to start my dealing trade school, what I need about $100,000 to start. And my investors, even though they want to invest in my company, they're not offering nearly that amount. So I tried to get a loan with the bank, but the bank's like, no, you have to be in business for a year. So that didn't happen. And I'm thinking I might do a Kickstarter or something. I don't know. I'm still playing with the idea and trying to figure everything out. But I do know one thing for sure. I need to start hiring people because I have so much going on and so much that I want to do that I can't get it all done myself. So I need to hire someone. So that's why I put up the flyers at UNLV. And it's just like a personal assistant, $10 an hour, create your own schedule, that kind of thing. And I have a lot of monotonous stuff that I'm doing. So for example, and also, you know, for an update, I'm doing the blackjack flashcards. It's like the blackjack strategy flashcards. And there are 350 flashcards total in this, the flashcard set. So when I am creating the website, I'm doing one website page. But the thing is the way that I have the JavaScript set up, I have it set up in 4 different sections. So you have the reveal link, you have, you know, the question card and, you know, that kind of thing, the question card link. So it's not like I'm doing 350 addresses, because you know you have to have the address for the card on each of the lines. So it's not like I'm doing 350 addresses. Instead, what I have to do is I have to go in there and I have to change, I think it's like 1,200, 1,300 addresses for one page, because you know it's 350 times 4. So I have to go in there, and that's really monotonous and boring, and you're just basically sitting at the computer like, you know, a zombie. So what I need is I need a personal assistant that can help me with that monotonous, boring crap. So that way they could be doing that while, say, I'm writing a new script, or I'm working on my UNLV notes, or I'm working on a paid project or something like that. So that's why I want to have them. Another thing is I need someone to help me transcribe. I'm doing my book. My book's coming along really well. The way that I have it set up is it'll take me a year to write. So the first 3 months was gathering the information, doing the interviews, doing that kind of thing. I got interviews from all around the world. So I got it from Italy, France, Russia, Germany, South Africa and Ghana, Portugal, the UK, Australia, and some other stuff I'm not remembering, as well as like many in the America and everything. And I got all that information, and then for the next 3 months, I'm going through that information and I'm reorganizing it, or I'm transcribing it. And I did several phone interviews. So I have pretty much all the phone interviews transcribed, except for I think I have 3 more left. And then I have all the information reorganized, except for the phone calls that I haven't transcribed yet. So I'm trying to get that done. I wanted to get that done before November 1st, but it's November 7th and I'm not done yet. So we're going to be working on it, but I'm starting to run late on my schedule for the book, which is why I want to hire a personal assistant, because then they can help me transcribe. So they can sit here, listen to the phone call interview that I have, and sit there and type it out and all that while I'm working on something more important, like, say, a new script. So that will help a lot. That's something else that I did. Another thing that I did today was I had lunch with a casino manager, a shift manager, and assistant shift manager for a casino. And I don't want to say what casino, but hopefully I really, really hope that I'll be able to start helping them train their dealers, whether it's through training seminars or videos. So that's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. See, this is what sucks. I sat there and I talked for 30 freaking minutes on my phone, thinking that it was like going well. And then I go on YouTube and see, oh, only 30 minutes of your very first broadcast actually went up. So now I have to do it over again. And now that I'm doing it the second time, I'm like, crap, what did I talk about? What did I say? So I'm trying to remember. think the first one was better. I just wish I would have put it up. Wish I didn't have such a problem with that. Oh yeah, one of the things I talked about in the first video that I'll mention here, just because it's funny. You'll notice, well, maybe you'll notice, I don't know, but sometimes I do this a lot, you know, or I do it all the time and I don't even think about it. So if I'm talking and then all of a sudden I do, that's why, because I'm constantly doing it. I think where that came from, and this is totally going off topic, by the way, but my dog Scooter is so funny. And if you actually go to my personal YouTube channel, because this is like, you know, my Vegas Aces channel, if you go to my personal one, I have a video there of Scooter, my dog, and he's actually scared of farts. So for the first 10 years of Scooter's life, I'd go around and I'd fart at him like that, you know, or kind of thing. And he would freak out. He'd be like, "What the hell is that?" And then he'd look at me and he'd be like, "Oh, it's you." And then he'd go and he'd turn around and walk away, and I would laugh my freaking ass off. And I think that's what got me in the habit of saying it. So yeah, sometimes you'll see me like do, you know, just out of the blue, and it'll be like, where the heck did that come from? Well, I do it all the time. And that's probably where it came from. But yeah, that's something I talked about in the first interview. See, the first one was so much better. The first attempt at this. Do you guys have any questions? I see 4 people watching. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm going to try to think of what other things I talked about in the first one. Videos I was doing. That's the other thing. So I know I don't have a lot of videos up. I think I only have one video up in September, and that was the one I did with Airbender Alexis. I've done a lot of videos since then. It's just they're not up yet. So I have a probability video up. I did a collaboration with Professor Dave on probability, and I'm actually really excited about that. It's all done. It's all finished. It's up on YouTube. The only thing is I did a collaboration. And when you do a collaboration, you release your video and the other person's video at the same time. So his video isn't ready yet. I'm waiting for him to get his video done. And then as soon as he releases his probability video, I'm going to release my probability video at the same time, and then you guys can see it. So that's already done. That's ready and waiting to go. I also worked with the Wizard of Odds to get some videos out. So Mike's going to have some videos coming out on pie gow tiles. And the pie gow tiles, we were supposed to have Angela in the video. And Angela, if you guys don't know, is this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous woman that is always in Mike's videos. She's always the player. She's just an awesome person, and she's funny and interesting to watch and all that. And unfortunately, she wasn't able to make it that day. So Mike's like, "Hey, Heather, can you fill in for her, and can you do the whole player thing?" Oh, Jesus. It would have been so much better if Angela was in there, because I'm like, I was not nearly as charismatic as she could have been. And I think I was a little quiet in the videos. I don't think I talked very much. I don't know. I guess we'll see when the videos come out. But I did videos with him, so I'm actually the player in his video, and we're talking and all that. And that's coming up here pretty soon. Mike also did a probability video that'll probably be coming up here pretty soon. And then I did let it ride videos. So I just filmed the wide shot, the close-up, and part of the B-roll, which, by the way, if you guys watch the How to Play Let It Ride video, we're going to have a special guest, and it's going to be Mike Shackelford. So Mike will be in the How to Play Let It Ride video, and he's going to be talking about the strategy for playing. He's going to be talking about the odds. And also, he's going to be talking about why he thinks Let It Ride is a dead game compared to more interesting and more popular games such as Ultimate Texas Hold'em. So that's pretty interesting as well. So he'll be in the Let It Ride videos. I still have to record the B-roll for that. And as soon as I'm done recording the B-roll, I'm going to hopefully give it to a new editor. I'm going to hire an editor to start editing my videos, and that's going to free up a lot of time for me that I could do other stuff. So that's in the works at the moment. But the Let It Ride videos are coming out. So I have these 5 videos for Let It Ride, and then I have the probability video, which is 6, and then Mike's Pie Gow Tiles, which is 4 videos total. So that's 10, and then what else? Oh, and then the videos that we're going to be doing for Cutting Edge, and that'll be about 10. So we have about 20 videos. I've been working on about 20 videos in the past few months. 10 of those, which will be at Cutting Edge. So 10 of them are in the future, 10 of them are in the past. But I am working, and I'm trying to get videos out. So I'm working on that. By the way, for all the new viewers, if you have any questions, feel free to ask the questions. I'm here to answer your questions, that kind of a thing. Did you guys say hi to Pip? So this is Pip. Say hi, Pip. And she is my baby. I have 2 dogs. She's Pip, and then I have Scooter. She is 11 years old, and Scooter's 13 years old. And see, that's you, Pip. And oh yeah, now you see yourself. So I got her when she was 6 months old, and sometimes you'll hear them in my videos. I know you've seen them in a few of my videos. There's one, I think, outtakes that I did where I put her up on the table, or maybe that was for the probability video that I haven't shown you yet. Yep, that's what it was. So I put her on the table, and she was actually dancing on the table in the probability video. So you'll see that when I post the video up. But yeah, that's Pip. And then, so yeah, I'm working on the flashcards. I'm working on those videos. I'm doing the UNLV class. Trying to get this business started. Yeah, I told you guys about the Dealing Trade School, how it's going to cost like $100,000 to start. So I think I might do Kickstarter with that or something, but I'm trying to get that going. I think, I know I have something else to tell you, but now I can't think about it. I really hate it when that happens. How long have we been going? Oh, I can't actually see. Okay. Or I don't see it, one of the two. Well, I'm sure it's been going on for long enough. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments section below. I know I try to answer my questions on YouTube as much as I can. So if you ever post a question up on YouTube, I'll do my best to respond to it. So even if I'm not doing it live, you can always post a question up on YouTube. Like I said, I'm going to try to do these more often. And I really, really, really wish that first video had gone through, because I think it was more interesting and more funny. But that whole live thing wasn't working for me. So yeah, hopefully I will talk to you guys in the comments. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble, because I know I do. And hopefully I will talk to you guys again later. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Okay, have a good one. Bye.